Welcome to class. Today's class is a 10-minute class designed to complement the longer class from the first week of our Pilates for Back Pain program. This is a class you're going to want to do if you're short on time and don't have time to do the longer one. So grab your Pilates ball and come and lie down onto your back on the mat. If you don't have a Pilates ball, you just use a cushion. We're going to put it between your knees and we're going to begin with some gentle pelvic rocking. Gently pressing through your feet, flattening your back into the mat, and then arching your back up the other way. So back of your waistband lengthening down to the mat, and then back of your waistband lifting up off the mat. Just gently rocking, nice and easy, and visualizing your back muscles relaxing as you do this movement. Let's do one more here. And then we're just going to relax to a neutral position and begin to squeeze the ball gently between your knees. So all you're doing is drawing the inside of your legs towards each other and then relaxing, gently squeezing the ball. So you don't want to squeeze so hard that you feel tension in your hips. You don't want your pelvis to move. We're just activating the inside thigh muscles on the ball, just gently squeezing and then releasing. Good. So just keep going, nice and slow and controlled, squeezing and then releasing. And again, squeezing and then releasing. Just gently working through the inside thighs. Good. And let's do two more here. Last one. Now we're going to press down through your heels and raise your hips up into a bridge and then lower them straight back down. So I want you to think of keeping the weight in your heels and focusing on getting your bottom muscles activated and holding them on the whole way up and the whole way down. When you lower your hips, you can let your bottom muscles relax and then switch them on again as you lift. And you want to make sure you're working within a pain-free range. So if you do feel your low back when you do this, try minimizing the range so you're not lifting as high. See if you can find a pain-free range to work in. And if you can't find a pain-free range to work in, then just go back to squeezing the ball. Good work, everybody. We're going to do three more here. And last one. Well done. Just take the ball out now and hug your knees into your chest. And you can rock side to side, just relaxing your back muscles, visualizing them letting go. And now let's lengthen the left leg away. So keep hugging your right knee in, lengthening your left foot away from you, gently stretching out through that left leg. And then switch sides, left leg and right leg out, lengthening away. Good, now let's place both feet down on the mat and we'll do a little bit of tummy work. So I want you to begin by lifting one leg to tabletop and then we're going to extend it out, bend it back in and place it back down. Now we're going to do the other side. We lift and then we extend and then we bend and place it down. So as you're working, you want to imagine that you've got your glass of wine balanced on your tummy. So you're keeping your pelvis really still, just moving the leg. Lift, extend, bend, and down. Good. And we're just going to keep alternating legs here, lifting, extending, bend, down. Good. Switch legs. Now as you extend your leg, you can think of very gently drawing in through the low tummy. And just keeping that gentle connection, keeping the pelvis really still. A little bit of work through the low tummy. And we've got one more here. Good work. So from here we're going to carefully roll over onto your side. You can rest your head on your arm. Try and have your legs bent forward at a right angle at your hips and knees. Lift your top leg to hip height, and then from there we're just going up towards the sky. So you're keeping your pelvis really still. Feel a little bit like your waistband is lifting off the mat. So your waist is lifted, and that just helps keep your hips stacked. You can have your hand on your hip if it helps you, just keep it nice and still. So it's just the leg moving. Good. Let's do another 3 here. Well done. You can tap it out, and then we'll go to the other side. So resting your head on your arm, legs bent forward at a right angle, nice long waist, lifting your waistband off the mat. Top leg to hip height, and then we go up and control back down. So very controlled, just making sure your pelvis doesn't move. Keep checking that your head is nice and relaxed, and your low tummy is gently drawing in. Looking good. We've got 5 more. Good, and 2 more. Last one. Well done. Give it a little tap, and then we'll roll onto your back to stretch it out. So you're just going to cross your ankle to the opposite knee. Place your hands on your knee and draw it towards the opposite shoulder. So left knee towards the right shoulder is what I'm demonstrating here. If it's accessible to you, pick up the right leg and draw it in towards you. But if you have to lift your head up off the mat in order to get into this position, then just go back to the previous variation. And then we're going to switch, ankle to the opposite knee, either drawing it across with your arms or picking up the leg, whichever one is more accessible to you. Good work. So from here we're going to carefully come on up to kneeling on all fours. So find a position where your knees are under your hips and your hands are under your shoulders. We're going to do a lovely cat stretch, rounding your back up towards the sky and then lifting your chest forward. So think of it as a forward bend of your spine and a back bend of your spine. Just gently moving in between those 2 positions. Good. Forward bend. Good. And then gentle back bend. And one more time, forward bend. And then we're going to come to a neutral position and begin to slide one leg away and then bring it back in. So we're alternating legs here, just sliding and coming back in. Doing your best to minimize any side-to-side movement of your hips. Just keeping the pelvis really still. Beautiful. On the next one, we're going to reach the opposite arm forward. And again, just keeping your torso really still, just moving the arms and legs. Good, and one more each side. Good, well done. And that's it. That's our 10-minute class. Well done on fitting it in and doing something for yourself today. I'm so proud of you. Keep going, and I'll see you in the next class. Bye for now.